How does Alexis react to Julius exposing himself? And what does Mother of the Year Brooke find in Father of the Year JK's phone? Well, to find out the answer to this and more, allow me to take you back to the beginning. Hello and welcome to Lawd Lukan. It's time to rock your body on time as we jump in the line for another episode of Love After Lockup. On today's show, Brooke's been swimming.
We got in a big blow up yesterday.
JK Gummy gets caught out.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Julius is justifying his juvenile behavior.
She about to put me on blast, bitch.
And Brooke is reminded of what she should have done.
You got to use your brain here.
All this and more right here on the Lawd Lukan channel.
Find out the truth.
Good day, Sawubona, and Damarara to you. Big loves to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people, and Tiffany Pink Lotus lamps to the lords and ladies of the Lukan Manor. Some things in the world of Lalu, my peculiar petulia, are reliably unreliable. Players are gonna play, hustlers are gonna do a bit of hustling, and dickheads, well, they're gonna dick. Brooke and JK, for example, are testing out that theory. Following the row they had in our last visit together, JK and Brooke have made the best decision and are cutting each other loose to find relationships that aren't self-destructive. What's that? You mean they didn't? Nope. They just decided to sweep it all under the old ottoman and pretend like everything's fine for a bit. That'll be healthy. So today, JK is planning a party for his great mates to come and enjoy.
Just low-key really hoping like a whole bunch of people don't show up with drama and bull.
I high-key totally want that to happen. We haven't had a good old scrap on Lalu since Vanilla Tenny didn't really throw hand at her man's mum. And I love how they edited the visuals with the next sentence.
We got in a big blow up yesterday, leaving his memes.
Yeah, that is a big blow-up. Must be a good 12-footer there. His memes, though.
His memes.
What is that about? Surely this grown-ass man doesn't call his relative Mimi. You're like 50 or something. I think there should be an enforceable threshold of like 12 or something. After 12, you can't use mummy, daddy, meme or neen or whoop whoop or whatever it is. Particularly in an argument. You can't drop the phrase, my Mimi,
His memes.
and still have any kind of credibility. There is no coming back from that. But while Brooke is grandstanding about how amazing she is as a mother, I think I'm with Brittany.
Whatever I tell my kids I'm gonna do it regardless.
Right.
Like,
Yes, indeed. Also, probably one of the first sightings of a Brittany and Lalu that isn't Wreck-It Ralphing up her life, but this face says so much.
whatever I tell my kids I'm gonna do it regardless.
Ooh, check you out, sticking to what you say. Have you noticed that people are legitimately there for their kids, don't feel the need to remind people about it? I've never heard an involved parent say, wow, I've followed through on a lot of what I said this week. How about we just remind you about the fact you invited Red Flag Ronnie and God knows who into your life, bed and family? And how about the fact you've got a complete stranger to look after your kids based on the say-so of a guy who may or may not be soiling said woman? How about boundaries? How about changing the record? How about changing the pattern? How about that face again? I like Brittany. Here's the thought. I saw the glorious, beautiful auntie's advice suggesting that Brooke was orchestrating JK's failure.
If JK does not stand by his word, that could cause a lot of big issues to the point of breaking up.
I thought, that makes a lot of sense. If she leaves him, then she will be the reason her oh-so-important children don't have the father she promised them. However, if she makes life so unbearable for JK, makes it so he can't make his appointments, and makes him react badly, then she can be the victim.
To the point of breaking up.
He can fail to show a promotion, therefore everybody gets to lose him, and then she can deny any responsibility for it all collapsing. Why else would a woman who is so upset and unhappy want to continue with the relationship? Well, I bet the cash from being on the TV show is kinda handy, and victimhood is a fairly valuable commodity in today's world, but I don't think Big John is buying it.
I swear this girl's gonna stress me out.
I refuse to let another man come in and do the same thing.
Yes, the man is at fault, yes, but, the key is to probably not be looking for one in a prison. But for some reason, Brooke seems to think that if someone else is behaving worse than her, it somehow camouflages her failure to protect herself, her children, and our sanity. Colonel Saunders has even come out of retirement to get his 2 cents in.
He had more girlfriends in prison than I had in my whole life.
Well, that's finger-licking reasonable to say. I bet he's also got a secret blend of advice and wisdom to bestow upon her.
If goes sideways and he leaves, you're gonna be like,
I guess it kind of makes sense if you sort of take out all the bleeps. Doesn't really leave much of a sentence. Also, why have the finger licking as a slogan? Gross. I think it should say, we sell Pepsi, not Coke. Sorry about that.
Here I was thinking like,
Alright, well that's a bit much. I mean, I can hear a lot of shit on this show, but that's just taking it too far.
I'm something special.
Okay now, we've all had a good time. Let's not go spoiling it with some crazy talk.
David's comment honestly has me thinking,
Stop, enough. I don't think there's anything in this segment that I agree with.
but
Well, now you said that, I'm totally persuaded you're the best mum in the world, and it's men and naivety that totally caused all of this, and nothing at all to do with that terrible life decision making. So, anyway, the massive party kicks off. 12-foot pool was a little bit ambitious. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you can smell what's happening on your TV?
Baby, this is Coleman.
How are
Coleman, this
you?
is Brooke.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, hi Coleman, you gonna pass that thing, or... But don't underestimate old Coleman's mustard. He pulls a genius move out later on in the segment. Anyway, Brooke asked the question that makes a lot of men's bums clench.
I need to see your phone for a second.
Why you need my phone?
Okay, appreciate it. I'll be back.
Yeah, what could be wrong with that? I mean, he's committed, right? He's a reformed character, right?
She's probably gonna get mad because I just got everything yesterday, so all them old messages are on there, so.
Nope, he's left his phone full of fraternizing and funny business. And it'll just be a matter of time before Brooke, who is a man of her word apparently,
I'm a man of my word.
returns her verdict of guilt. And while we wait for that, here's one for the grammar club.
Not learn nothing.
I know.
Can I see my phone?
Sure.
Thank you. You good?
Yeah, because when your missus is making this face, we know that's the universal sign for good boy, right? I'm about to use your balls to tie this guy's dreads up.
Let's have a baby, and that's why I you 3 times on the first night.
Poor old Jesus. He went to all the trouble of coming back to Earth, and now he has to listen to this dickhead's second, third, and fourth coming. But he's heard enough. That makes good his escape, gives JK a commiserating fist bump, and looks at Brooke. Probably best not to right now, my friend. I think we should beat a retreat too as we get catch up with Alexis, Julian, and not so much of Ashley. And today, Alexis is still ignoring her better judgment, and rather than putting faith in the feelings that have guided her thus far, she's decided that this streak of piss high school looking overbite having mother must be the blip in the system or, something.
Still having this gut feeling that it's just something he's not telling me.
Oh, and by the way, if you're going to wear a flannel for a hat, remember to tuck the label in. Anyway, he's having a few blips in the pants system as he's had a rather sinister message from Ashley.
Ashley texted me and told me I'm a liar and she about to put me on blast, bitch.
Ah, yes, the old "Hell hath no fury" like crazy scorned lesson. If he wasn't in jail, he might have learnt some of life's other valuable lessons too. Like, don't promise dick to crazy, don't put your dick in crazy, and don't leave crazy distraught on her birthday when she's got the ability to blow your shit wide open. But he's got more pressing things on his mind as he's got an appointment with parole. Oi! Yeah, thanks. I think shut now. Yeah, cheers. But it's not all fun car rides and smiles. No. Alexis had a plan.
I do plan on confronting Julius. We have our first date today.
Ooh, the fun Plex. Looks fun. Plex.
Let's play some games.
Yeah, have some fun.
And inside you can choose from a selection of retro and modern games. And while he's ironing up the old battleship, Alexis is setting up some mousetrap.
About Uno.
No, I mean, that's what they got in jail. I'm not trying to play no jail, nothing.
Well, I guess a game of Shank the Weirdo and the ever-popular Is That a Cock in My Butt are off the table then?
Alexis, she giving me these weird vibes. Things is over with me and Ashley. That's not a thing anymore.
Oh, well, that's okay then. Yes, that's okay then. I don't know what we're all so worried about. It finished yesterday, which is I don't know, a year or something ago. So get over it already. It's surprising how many women would gladly put up with this, because, I don't know, his face is kind of nice. Really? He's a man-child with no discerning qualities whatsoever. She could do much better. Maybe it's just where she's looking. Maybe she should forget the prison boys and go for something a bit less exciting but a little bit more reliable. I don't know, a librarian. She should go down to that good old Cincinnati library. She'll find a good man in there. In fact, I can go one better than that. What if we had a Tinder which was comprised solely of the men that Cincinnati Library have to offer? So let's swipe together and see what we get. Ooh, a ginger. That's kind of a rare one. Flexing his library pass. Good man, but not for Alexis, this one. This guy's an animal guy, but I think Alexis might like hair. So no, not in this one. Oh, this guy, he's got tattoos. He must be the edgy one in the library, but no. Now, here's a specimen. Caring, thoughtful, but totally married. No. Here we are. This is our man, Brutus. Probably called Brutus. Don't worry, Axis. Brutus here will leave your decimal system a bit dewy. So, Alexis asks if she's the only woman he's talking to. Pretty straight question, but he says,
You're the only person I'm talking to right now. What you mean by that?
woman, motherfucker, how many are you talking to? Blimey, is he deaf as well as stupid? But as always, he needs to be asked the specific actual thing for him to give his actual specific honest answer. So Alexis refines the question, gets this response.
If I'm being honest,
For once.
like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, it is somebody else.
And there it is, confirmation that those feelings of hers might have had a point after all. And as she walks away, it seems like it might be over. Well, aside from all that pesky pregnancy stuff, whoops. But what will happen next? Are Brian and Brooklyn seeing eye to eye? Will it be game over for Brooke? Well, we'll see in the next episode. So do please join me for the rest of this week for more. And a huge thank you for all your comments and views. I'm always very humbled to hear your thinking. So if you enjoy what I do, then please do like, subscribe, and try one of these delightful offerings. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my 3, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our clients.